Titanfall 2, How to Master Ronin. Anyway, Ronin is, I'd say, the hardest Titan to master, and I'd say the point in case in because of this gameplay. I'd pull off a very good gameplay with the Ronin Titan, but I kind of end up using him so much that his health goes to 0 in a matter of seconds, and, well, I have to run around as a pilot a lot, and it's not the best pilot gameplay, but very good Titan gameplay. Anyway, let's discuss, tell you all his primaries, primary, secondary, and he's the only Titan with his secondary and all of his abilities. First, he's got his lead wall shotgun, which has a wide spread but does one-shot pilots, and does decent amount of damage in close quarters, shooting Titan in that weak spot. Then you have the arc wave, which is basically a long-range version of the stun grenade. He basically scrapes the ground, kind of how like Reinhardt scrapes his hammer on the ground to make the fire strike. And then you have the defensive sword block, which basically it's like nerfing Genji's deflect. You bring up your sword, taking away your primary weapon, and you block shots, but it still does damage to you, but it just does less damage, and it does not reflect that damage. And then you have phase dash, which is a small phase shift you do basically at the same time you do a dash, which, like, you have 3 dashes and you use phase dash, and you get a 4th one. But that's if you have the Titan kit. Anyway, the Titan kit turbo engine is the most recommended because this thing is all about mobility. Bye-bye nukes. We don't need nuke Titans, especially in Titanfall 2. Like, the blast radius is so small now. And then the Thunderstorm Ronin kit is, I'd say, the best in my opinion because it's like having 2 stun grenades. What's wrong with it? And I'd say Highlander's also a very good one, but then also Temporal Anomaly is up there also. Anyway, then we have, I'd say, the actual tips, the core of this video. Anyway, when you go into his sword core, his ultimate, I forgot to talk about, you get quite a bit of dashes, and they recharge a lot quicker. So you can go around the map pretty easily, but not as fast as the original Strider Titan dash core. And when it comes to Ronin, it's the hit and run. You have to flank the enemy quite a lot, and especially in LTS, in Last Titan Standing. And your whole other team, your legions, your tones, charge at the enemy head first in the place where they might predict where they're going to be going. Go around them and go into those small corridors of the map, and then go back to the main street where you end up behind enemy lines, and then go up to like the lowest health dude or the guy that is doing most of the damage or most of the work, and start to do some damage and sometimes even just annoy him, because then your teammates will be relieved from that crazy damage per second from that one enemy that you disrupted or even killed. And yeah, other than that, counters and counties to Ronin. Tone is pretty good on DPSing on Ronin, but Ronin can get in Tone's face, removing the factor of the particle wall, which is one of the strongest points of Tone. Then Legion, well, if Legion is unsuspecting and he has his gun shield up and Ronin is behind him and Ronin has teammates, he can probably take him down. But if it's one-on-one right in front of each other, Legion is going to win. The North Star is basically Ronin's prey. Like, you just run into North Star and do some quite a bit of damage, since her plasma railgun is very good at long range, but not great at short range whatsoever. Scorch, gotta be careful where you're stepping in. And Ion is actually a pretty easy target since his primary weapon is not, it does not have much damage to deal with. But if you're dealing with a good Ion, which uses laser shot a lot, it'd probably be a problem. But anyway, smack that like button, hit the sub, drop the comment, and I'll see you guys later for another video on my channel. I'm out of here.